choice voting. That is a term you're going to be hearing more and more and more about. On Tuesday, ranked choice voting was put to the test in two special elections in the Bronx. Voters went to the polls to vote on the vacant city council spots in District 11, District 15. A winner has not been determined in either race yet. The process may take a few weeks, right? So here to explain more on how ranked choice voting works is Susan Lerner from Rank the Vote NYC. Good morning to you, Susan. Thanks for being here.
Delighted to join you.
So for somebody like my grandmother, right, 90 years voting here in New York City, she's like, what the heck is ranked choice voting? Let me ask you the first and foremost question. Why switch to ranked choice voting?
Well, you know, Dan, we have a really robust election system, which means that we have a lot of candidates who are running often for open seats. And when that happens, the winner is often chosen with a relatively small number of the voters, sometimes
well,
less
next to
than
your first choice candidate. Your second choice.
Sorry, we're just playing that, how the ballot works. Continue, go ahead.
So, you know, that is really not healthy for our democracy. One of the things which ranked choice voting does is it gives the voters more power and more choice, and we end up with elected officials who are the consensus choice of the majority of their districts. That is all good.
So you were put to the test on Tuesday, right? How do you think it went on Tuesday? You were at various locations talking with voters. Did they seem to know what they were doing going into the ballot box?
Absolutely. And coming out, they told us that the ballot was simple and straightforward and that they didn't have a problem.
So we saw for the special elections for the city council in the Bronx, Susan, a winner not necessarily determined right away, right? Some might say that's problematic. What are your thoughts here?
Well, you know, the delay isn't about ranked choice voting. The delay is because under state law, we are required to wait to get all of the absentee ballots. And particularly with military and overseas ballots, that takes some time. So ranked choice voting isn't what's making the delay, it's state law. And we believe that absentee ballots should be counted.
Right, and all of that takes time, so patience is a virtue, right? Let's throw up right now, ranked choice voting will not be used for all New York City elections. So we have a few things here for you at home to actually visualize. First and foremost, Susan, let's talk about who is going to be on the ballot for ranked choice voting. Which offices right here?
So all of the city offices for special and primary elections, and hopefully we're finished with specials. And so we're talking about the June 22nd primary, which is all the citywides, mayor, comptroller, public advocate, borough president, and a large number of open city council seats.
Which is what we saw actually play out just a few days ago, right? So I want to get into what a ranked choice ballot actually looked like. So let's throw this up right here, okay? So at a wide view, this is what you'll see in the ballot box, right? And if you can look in these tiny columns here, we're going to zoom in for you right now on what exactly that will look like, because you're going to see here, go to the next one, what exactly is laid out. First, second, third, fourth, because right now we have 4 candidates, Susan. Walk me through how this is going to work here.
So every voter has the ability to rank their preferences up to a top 5, and that's optional. Ranked choice voting puts more choices in the hands of the voter. So the voter can vote for one if you want to, but your vote is more powerful if you rank the candidates in preference of 1 through 5. So the first column is going to be your first choice. You fill in the oval for your first choice candidate in that first column, and then you indicate your second, third, and fourth and fifth choices.
Right. So, Susan, so say, for example, right here, the 4th choice does not reach the required limit, right? They're eliminated. What happens then?
So everybody who has chosen that particular candidate as their first choice has a second choice. Then their second choice comes into play. And all of the ballots that show that that particular candidate is the first choice, the second choice is then reallocated, transferred, if you will, to the voter's second choice as if it were a first choice. And that continues until we have 2 final candidates, and the winner is the winner of that final round.
Okay. Now, at face value, Susan, it may sound a little complicated, right? But it actually all makes sense with the arithmetic, because you're trying to get someone to that 50% hurdle, which is what is necessary to win. Will a person ever have to go back to the ballot box?
No. No. The whole point here is that we eliminate runoffs. And we've had several runoffs in the last decade. Each one of them costs the city between 10 and $15 million. And we see a drop off in the number of voters who come back that second time. So another name for ranked choice voting is instant runoff.
Right.
So
Okay.
build the runoff into your one vote opportunity.
Right, because a lot of times you would see that if you had a runoff election, people may not actually go back to the ballot box. They're like, I already voted, right? So we made our own Pix 11 ballot to showcase what's going on. So we're actually going to say here, it's the next one, guys. We're going to be actually saying who is the leader in charge of snacks here on the Pix 11 Morning News. Sounds silly, but I just want to give you an option here of how this is going to work. Here are your Pix 11 candidates, everybody, right? So Susan, here we go. I'm actually going to give my choices for who is actually going to be the leader. So first up, for who has the best snacks here, I'm just going to fill in the circle here for Marissa. Susan, how important is it to fill in the full circle?
Absolutely. Be sure you fill in that oval and no stray marks on your ballot.
So you can't do a check mark. Second choice is going to be OG because she's got some plantain chips that are really, really good. And my third choice here is going to be Betty because sometimes she has a full sandwich of tuna fish. And then fourth choice would be Byron here. So I'll just go ahead and fill in that circle. But you see how all of these are filled in. You have to fill in the full circle. And Susan, can I vote, say, for Marissa all across the board?
That would be wasting your vote.
So it gets thrown away.
That's right. Well, if Marissa is eliminated, then you don't have any transfer and your vote is less powerful.
So you're saying you can never vote for more than one candidate in the same first choice, second choice. It has to be a variety.
It should be a variety, and you should never fill in more than one oval per column.
What if I don't want to do the ranked choice? What if I only want to select one person?
That's your choice.
Okay.
This puts the choice in the hands of the voters.
And what if, like we see in the mayor's race right now, there are a number of candidates. There's more than 5. So what if there are 20 candidates?
So you get to choose your top 5. You rank 1 through 5.
That's it. You end after 5. You don't go on and continue on.
That's right, because there are only 5 columns.
Understood. Susan, I hope we were able to lay this out. Knowledge is power, arming people with information as they head to the ballot box and understand the full system here. Susan Lerner, appreciate you being here this morning and helping us navigate this.
Thanks for the opportunity to talk about ranked choice voting.